What's going on, guys? Patrick here, and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be going over my estimate bag. This is going to be my go-to. It's going to have everything I need to show up for an estimate. It's going to have my samples, it's going to have business cards, it's going to have measuring devices, meters, all kinds of different things. So I'm going to go over what I have, and you guys can kind of copy what I have completely, or add to yours, make it a little bit better, whatever you guys want. First and foremost, the bag is professional looking. It's got a telescopic thing, and you can roll it around and whatnot. So just find something professional, because you're going to end up having a bunch of stuff in here. Some people even run around with heat lamp demos. I don't do that, but I guess I could, but it's just more to do. So just don't show up with a Nike gym bag. That's ridiculous. Don't do that. Okay, so first and foremost, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up, and let's start off with my my little pamphlet here. That's gonna have all my information. I'm gonna move this camera down a little bit. So we're a part of the Panorama Pro program here, and so we just try to keep everything on brand and nice and neat. I got some business cards here. When I give them, all the samples and such, I also give them business cards. We have samples here. I usually roll with 3 standard samples. I'll do a silver 20, a slate 20, and a ceramic option. For those of you guys that don't deal with Solar Guard, silver 20 is a mirror film. Slate 20 is within the Panorama Pro program, and it's basically their go-to dual reflective film. And then ceramic, this is the CX ceramic. This is still part of the Panorama Pro program, and this is more for like if you're looking for virtually clear and you don't want to ruin your view, and you're just trying to save the furniture from fading and whatnot. So the reason why I do these 3 is because silver is the most cost-effective film, but it doesn't look very great, and most HOAs won't allow it. And I sandwich the slate because this is the one I'm really trying to sell. And then the ceramic, it doesn't perform as much. It's clear, and it's the most expensive out of all 3. So I try to show them the cheaper version, the more expensive version, to try to land them on the slate. Now, obviously, there's different shades within each category, and Solar Guard and Panorama Pro have a number of different film options available. But this is just a kind of appetizer to kind of guide them. Kind of a guide to see like where they're going and what could be best for them, and then if they have any other further questions, I can adjust that. But samples, I usually have 3 sets. I think I only have 2 sets in here because we just finished an estimate. So I usually roll with 3 sets in the event that we're going to have multiple estimates in a day. So plenty of film samples that you can give your clients. Also, Solar Guard I'll have some additional reading material. One's for commercial and one's for residential, and that's usually what I give them. And then I go ahead and also give them a business card. I don't give them both. Obviously, if they're commercial, I'm doing commercial. If I'm residential, I give them the residential one. But typically my clients will get all the samples I give them, one of these packets, and then on my business card as well, on top of the proposal I send them through Tint Wiz. If you guys don't have Tint Wiz, wake up and get it, because it's awesome. So that is that here. I don't usually roll with pens or paper because everything's digital for me, so I don't need to do that. But yep, there is my book for all my samples and such. Next thing in here is a tint meter. Or not a tint meter, excuse me, a glass meter. So I've spoke about this in the past. This is the Glass Check Elite. If you guys are doing commercial and residential, this is the meter to get. This meter will tell you how thick the glass is, how many layers, what is the space between the layers, and it will even identify on which surface is the low E coating on, if there is a low E coating, and then we'll go further into analyzing what that low E coating is, and will tell you. And it even comes with a little guide here, so it will tell you whether it's double silver soft coat, triple silver soft coat, hard coat, everything. This meter is awesome. This meter also costs around $1,700. Why, you ask? Would you even need a meter of that caliber with that expensive of a bottom line here? The reason why is it's going to save you. It's going to save you a lot of money. You'll probably save $50,000, maybe more. This will tell you exactly what kind of glass you have, exactly where the low E coating is, and you'll know for sure what kind of films you can put on there. There's no more checking, there's no more guessing or hoping and praying, tapping with a knife or praying to the tint gods that you have the right kind of glass. You check this. You check the glass, you know the glass is right, you only stick to films that the glass can handle, and then that's it. You have done your due diligence as an installer to make sure that what kind of glass it is and ensuring you're putting the right film on there, right? If you do this and something happens to the glass, let's just say for some crazy reason it absorbs an immense amount of heat and it breaks the glass, the manufacturer will now take care of this. It will be covered under the manufacturer's warranty. Every manufacturer is a little bit different in regards to how they handle warranties, so you're gonna have to check with your specific manufacturer, but this is you doing your due diligence. If you didn't have this glass meter and you ended up putting, a neutral film on a low E coating glass where the low E coating is on surface level 2 and you're installing on surface level 1, and you break the glass, because that's probably what's going to happen, the manufacturer will not cover that because you didn't put the right film on the right glass. That's your fault. And guess what? The manufacturer won't cover that. And guess who's in charge of that now? You are. So now, I don't know if you've realized, but the prices of windows have gone up crazy amounts after COVID. So you're gonna pay out the nose to replace a bunch of glass because you put the wrong film on the wrong glass because you didn't know. So might be $1,700, but it's gonna save you from having to shell out about $50,000. So again, this is the Glass Check Elite. So you guys can pick that up. It's awesome. Actually, I think SolarGuard also sells that as well. Moving on. A number of different meters. I'm just gonna take everything out. Okay, BTU meter, digital measuring tape, physical measuring tape, and a tint meter. So obviously, let's start off with the measuring tools. So I have a couple different types of laser measurers. These are really great for when you're doing commercial properties when they have the big frames. Makes it super easy. You just drop it down, hit the laser, it'll tell you how many inches. Boom, easy peasy. This is going to work majority of the time here. I find it a lot easier than going in and doing this number, and then maybe it's too big, so you got to pull your knee out and go further. Like this is too much when I can just have this. Now, you're going to go into residential jobs, and the frame isn't going to be thick enough to be able to catch a laser meter. So you're going to have to physically measure the windows as well, particularly within residential. So always keep a measuring tape and always keep a couple different options here. Another thing is like, let's just say we're a residential job and it's a 2-story open room and the ceilings are 14 feet high. And there's a window up there. You can use this to determine how far up the glass is and how far up the window is. So you can determine like what kind of equipment are you going to need to get up to that window. Can you use a ladder? Can you use scaffolding? Do you have 4-foot scaffolding or do you need big boy scaffolding? All that information is very important because if you're not doing the install yourself, you're going to need to collect as much information as possible so that you can give your installers so they can have an efficient and easy time to install the windows. You don't want to send your crew out to a job where you didn't know you need scaffolding and there's no way to get up there, or you didn't determine the proper equipment you're going to need, and now you're sending your guys out with they're going to try to do a 4-footer scaffolding and then add like a 2-footer on top of that. That's incredibly dangerous, and people can get hurt, and that's just not the way you do business. So don't do that. Measuring meters, done. I don't roll with a heat gun, a heat box demo, but you can roll with a BTU meter. It's only going to work if it's sunny, by the way. But you can just basically measure the energy output from the sun with a BTU meter, and then put the film right in front of it, right on top of the glass, and you can be able to show the clients the reduction in heat. So I tried to do it before without a BTU meter, and I know it works, and I know the math, but unfortunately, clients are feeling heat and feelings, that's all relative, right? So maybe a client doesn't want to be sold on it. So they're like, I can't feel it that much. So when I do a BTU meter, you can see the mathematical difference, and it's irrefutable. So they can't say, well, like, I feel like this is better versus this one, because that's feelings aren't real. So let's go off of facts, let's go off of logic, let's go off of reason. BTU meter, perfect for that. Last but not least, we have a tint meter. This is a Laser Labs tint meter. It's about $250. It's the Inspector 2. This one is great because it can be used for automotive and commercial, because these two split. So you can actually put it and sandwich it between two pieces of glass. This is better than the meter with like the little notch out of it that you like put on a roll up. You can't do that on a back window. You can't do that on a slider. So in the event that there's film already on there, and they want to replace it and replace it with the same film, or maybe there's 10 windows and there's only one window that you need to replace, how do you know what shade the other windows are? You're gonna have to take a glass meter to or a tint meter to that so you can determine the shade, and then that way you can give the film the film that they want. You can give it more accurately. Is it perfect? Are you gonna find some things that aren't gonna be perfect or a perfect match? Yes, that's life. You guys kind of just do your best, and that's it. That's all you can do. So this is it here. Again, measuring devices, BTU meter, glass meter, tint meter, all our samples, all our films, additional literature for our clients, all the information possible that they could need, our business cards, and all the samples, a professional bag to make you look professional. Yet again, if you walk in there with a Nike gym bag, good luck, because you have to look professional. These flat glass jobs are going to range anywhere on average between $1,500, $2,500 per gig. So you want to put your best foot forward. You want to look professional. That's the only way you're going to beat these other cats out on the streets, because some of these other guys, they show up with a pen and paper. They do all the measurements by hand. They do all the mathematics by hand. They can't even give a proposal on site before they even leave. I mean, the game is pretty simple. Like, just be professional and be prepared, and you're going to crush it. The only thing that you guys don't see on this table is Tint Wiz. We do work hand in hand with Tint Wiz, and we put all our client information on their addresses, if it's going to be a consultation or if it's going to be an install. We put all the measurements in there. Tint Wiz automatically spits out all the square footage, so we know exactly what the square footage is, and then we can correlate that to a proper price point, and then turn around and input that into Tint Wiz to create a proposal that literally probably took us maybe 3 minutes, and it looked like it took us 2 hours to put together because they look so professional and so good. Okay, so with everything here, and your education and your knowledge in regards to commercial and residential, plus Tint Wiz, you can't go wrong. I mean, you're doing everything you need to do to be able to succeed and be successful. So if you guys have any questions or concerns about anything that I have here, maybe some comments on some things that I might be able to add to this to make it better, let me know in the comments below. I hope this video was helpful, and we'll see you guys next time.